Well, good morning, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely, no problem. It's a perfect day for it, I
I know,
suppose.
right? I'm Debbie with Lake Norman Connect, doing a video podcast interview with the wonderful Rachel Harper of Offbeat Wellness. I'm so excited to be talking to you today, Rachel.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to do it.
Yeah. Well, listen, I wanted to talk to you because you have done amazing things here in the Lake Norman area. You've been primarily focused in Mount Holly previously, but doing things in the Denver area, offering virtual services, and also things up in Lincolnton. So, really, this whole kind of west side of the lake. And you've made a tremendous difference in people's lives. And this is why I wanted to spend some time just talking to you today. I'd like to hear from you how you got started in the well-being space. I mean, how did you even get involved in yoga and things like that?
I was introduced to it during a time in my life when it was not at all my focus. I was in my early 20s. I was like not really doing anything that was especially healthy. Um,
Mhm.
but a friend took me to yoga with her and I really enjoyed it. And like
Mhm.
within the first few months, then I was kind of hooked on how that made me feel. I think I was 24 years old then, and it was just like a really fast, okay, this is really important. The way that I really got into kind of teaching and facilitating, it comes from like my lived experience with stress and burnout and nervous system overload, even before I really even had language for it. So,
Mhm.
even when I was younger and, high school, teenage years, I've always been busy. I've always been kind of doing a lot and a lot of person to person interaction with others. I eventually figured out as an adult that I have inattentive type ADHD, which was
Okay.
really eye-opening about how I spend my energy and my focus and
Mhm.
have my entire life. And,
Mhm.
that can lead to additional stress and burnout if if you're not aware of it or not treating it
Yeah.
in some way. When I
Sure.
was 20, my older brother got into a car accident
Mhm.
and he sustained a traumatic brain injury. He is still with us, and this is, that was 2002, so a good
Oh.
number of years later, he's still with us, but he's considered a quadriplegic and he has like short-term
Mm.
memory loss and he's full care. So
Mhm.
that when I was 20 was like a major trauma. I also was working in creative, high demand environments and seeing how many other people were struggling
Mhm.
with the same type of things while still functioning, right? So
Right.
I started getting into teaching yoga,
Mhm.
and soon after started learning about trauma informed yoga and
Mhm.
just trauma in general. It's
Mhm.
back when I had all this this initial trauma
Yeah.
with my brother. Had no
Mhm.
idea like anything about any of that. I was like playing in a band and drinking.
If I may
Go ahead.
ask, what grabbed you? So you said you went to the first yoga class and there was something that really resonated. And I'm curious what really resonated. So you have this drinking, partying, band day, right? And
Right.
and you went to a yoga class, but something grabbed you. What was that?
Here's the thing. It was it's interesting because there was a moment.
Mhm.
It's like a 90-minute hot yoga class at 100 plus degrees or whatever it is, sweating, just getting
Mhm.
all blissed out, as they like to say.
Okay.
And I was in waterfall pose.
Okay.
I'm just doing that with my legs up. And it was a physical feeling that came over
Mhm.
me
Okay.
that was just like, oh, okay. All right. And it was a physical feeling that led to just like the most calm I had felt in a really long time. Good.
And thank you
Yeah.
for sharing that. So you said you were overwhelmed by a feel like a tell me more.
I mean, there's not much else to say about that. It was just like this physical feeling that started at my feet and went through my entire body, which you might
Wow.
imagine in an inversion like that might
Hmm.
happen. But then my brain just went and just calmed,
Wow.
and my nervous system felt so calm.
Mm.
Um,
Hmm.
and that is not, I mean, that's not, I don't think it's something that I've ever experienced before or since then in that way. I remember like it took me maybe a month or two, but like I had been a smoker at that point.
Hmm.
I quit smoking because I was just like, well, I have to choose between this hot yoga or smoking, and I chose
Hmm.
hot yoga. Um, and
Why?
then I wasn't
Yeah.
drinking as well because I felt better with that than I did with the
Okay.
smoking for sure.
So when you weighed the two,
Yeah, it was just like the clear choice is like, okay, I'm really getting a lot out of this. I did teacher training pretty early
hmm
on and was just like, I have to share this. I have to try to share this with
hmm
other people that I care about. And it kind of turned into this thing that it's wellness and well-being isn't really something that needs to be an add-on. It has to be kind of woven into how you live. And especially
ah,
for people who don't thrive in rigid systems, right? Like I was just saying,
mm,
like I get to do it however I want to, whenever I want to, for the amount of time that I want
mm,
to, and it still counts, right? Like nobody's
right,
going to be on me telling me that I have to do it this certain way. There's teachers
right.
and there's guides, but nobody's trying to make you do anything, right?
Mm. So you felt freedom. You felt a sense of freedom.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Mm,
The freedom of self-expression, and like you said, just
mhm.
connecting with myself, not having to mask or put on or be something for anybody else.
So I was going to ask you, what did you learn in this whole process that motivated you to help others?
I mean, I guess just most people do not need more discipline.
Okay.
They need permission,
Ah,
right?
okay.
Okay, so that's important.
Hmm.
That chronic stress and burnout are often systemic
Hmm.
rather than, a personal failure, because that's
Hmm.
definitely something that I have struggled with. It's just like,
Hmm.
why can't I get my shit together, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, when I look around and I see all of the people that are going through chronic stress and burnout, I mean, it gets more and more as we go through time because our
Mm.
culture and society um, expects more and more of us.
Mm. Mhm. I want to
Yeah.
ask you about community. So what are you doing now? So you had on track yoga in Mount Holly and you sold it back in 2024. What
Yeah.
are you doing now? Now you have Offbeat Wellness. So tell me what you're up
Yes.
to
And
today.
so Offbeat Wellness, it's all
Mm.
about my online community. Everybody joins
Mhm.
online, and it's been a really, really beautiful thing. I've got a
Mm.
person who lives in Myrtle Beach and a person who lives on the other side of Charlotte who met through my classes, and they meet up on Zoom on Sundays and do art together.
Oh, how
You
beautiful.
know, like that's the kind of
Yeah.
thing. And so
Yeah.
from that, I was like, all right,
Hmm.
we're going deeper with this. And so
Mm.
that's when I started brainstorming the Offbeat Wellness Collective.
Ah.
The Offbeat Wellness Collective is like a year-long membership program of
Mhm.
community support. It is a guided, supportive space focused on nervous system regulation and sustainable daily rhythms, whether that be with lifestyle habits and rituals or diet. It's all kind of based on seasonal wellness in the vein of Ayurveda. We
Mm.
focus on rest without guilt,
Mm.
and we focus on community-based support instead of isolated self-work, right?
Right.
We're doing things bite-size, one thing each week.
Mm. Got it.
And we'll get together twice a week. I'll teach about some sort of seasonal ritual that could be useful. I'll teach some different ways for it to work for different people. We'll have the Q&A, and then the next week we'll have a community gathering where we get together and discuss how's it going. We'll do some group coaching, reflection, people can share. And it starts in March.
Okay.
If people want more information on this, they can look on my website, which is offbeatwellness.com. I have a whole page that gives all the details. There is a recorded intro session that's posted on there so you can hear me talk about it. I also offer just free, 15, 20-minute discovery calls for anybody who's even remotely curious, who wants to ask me more questions or see how it would fit for them. And then, I don't necessarily recommend that people just go on the website and sign up for it without talking to me, because it's a commitment and I really want to make sure that it's for you,
Right.
before you commit. I think it's good for us to connect first. So,
Absolutely. What are one or two
mhm.
things that you tell people to practice regularly at home that improve their overall well-being?
Yeah. Design your life around capacity, not expectations, is one.
Oh, I love
And
that.
this is it's a core theme in our collective, just learning what actually works for you, not
hmm
expecting to do it the same way someone else has done it.
hmm
And that regulation of your nervous system comes first. So before you can
mm
be productive, before you can heal, before you can grow,
hmm
you've got to kind of regulate, right?
hmm And do you give people, is there one or two practices that you tell people uh, to engage to help with that regulation? When you talk about nervous system regulation?
Um, I mean, it just varies so much from person
Okay.
to person,
Okay.
but a couple things could just be like just remembering to pause, even if it's 1 to 3 minutes, pause, breathe, you know,
hmm
hold your warm cup of tea or coffee, if it's coffee or whatever it is that you're
hmm
doing, like
hmm
smell it, notice how you feel, notice the warmth,
hmm
just more mindfulness in small doses.
mm
So that kind of thing. But I do have a couple of things like on my link tree through my Instagram. You can go in there and download like 5 nervous system uh
Oh.
support
hmm
tricks and that kind
hmm
of that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll
Yeah,
include that in the notes for this article, and
absolutely.
people
I can
can
send you the
access
link.
that and
Mhm.
connect with you.
Yes.
Great. Well, before our time is up, what is there else do you want us to know, either about the services that you provide or improving, really supporting wellness individually or collectively?
I don't want to leave out the fact that, I do offer one-on-one for somebody who's
hmm
not into the whole collective thing, or for
hmm
people who are, but also would appreciate one-on-one support in addition to
hmm
that. Um, I also offer private yoga and movement-based practices. I
hmm
offer that one-on-one Thai yoga, stretching, energy work, Reiki. I also focus on some like deep relaxation type sessions, which might be a combination of a bunch of relaxation techniques, including sound
hmm
healing, Thai, restorative yoga, or guided yoga
hmm
nidra. So those are all one-on-one services, most of which can be done online. Of course, anything that's hands-on, like the stretching and stuff, like Thai stretching, that's got to be in person. Like my work is definitely nervous system led. It's trauma
hmm
aware and neurodivergent friendly. I
hmm
don't think that healing should ever feel like pressure or the need to perform. Um, and I also really believe that wellness happens best in relationship, in community, whether with one person or a group of people, rather than isolation. And last but not least, rest and slowing down and kind of being flexible are
hmm
not indulgences. They're foundational. It's not a reward. It's absolutely
Oh,
necessary.
I love it. That's very profound. Rachel, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our time. I just want to thank you again so much for being here. I look forward to sharing your pearls of wisdom with our readers. And I hope you readers have gotten something wonderful today out of our conversation with Rachel at Offbeat Wellness, and hope that in it there's something that you can apply that makes your life better, more peaceful, and more wow, which is whole body optimized well-being. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.